Spurs 2, Manchester United 2. A great chance for us to cement top 4. 2-0 up. 2-0 up, cruising in the game. And another capitulation in the second half, and we've ended up drawing the game.
Do you know what? I think it was the second half. Like you said, first half we were really well. Like Spurs did have their chance in the first half. They just didn't sort of take them. No one was getting them in the box. You go in 2-0 half time. You think, cool, yeah. All we've got to do is either just take a nice chill second half, maybe get an early goal, and then we can sort of cruise it. But somehow we just didn't turn up for the second half. It's like the players didn't really want it, and then just Spurs just came out, and I don't know what Ryan Mason said to them at half time, but it obviously worked. And yeah.
How annoying is that in terms of this is a team that's low on confidence? You know, this is a Spurs team that just got smashed 6-1. And yeah, you expect a bit of a bounce. But actually in the first half, the fans were quiet. You know, we go 1-0 up after 6 minutes. You know, even at 1-0, we're still conceding dangerous moments. You know, Perisic clean through, hits it at De Gea. Then we go and score straight after that. Richarlison clean through, chooses to square it instead of shoot. Like, we're conceding dangerous moments. Then we get the second. But to allow this poor Spurs team to come back into the game. What is it with us, with our own mentality?
Do you know what it's a sticky one because it's hit and miss. You don't really know what United side's going to turn up sometimes. I think us not having Varane and Martinez is a big part to play in that, because I feel like they lead from the back and they're the ones that sort of command the players, and they're the ones, it starts from them. Obviously De Gea tries to work with them, and it kind of starts with them, but it's like, it's frustrating as a United fan, because like you think to yourself, we've got such a good chance to, like you said, get top 4, get Champions League football for next season, sort of ease off and focus on just resting a few players because we've got FA Cup final. We need, City are going to be all guns blazing for that as well, because they're going to have a couple of days rest from. Do they play Champions League afterwards or before?
Afterwards, after that, yeah.
And it's like, they could have had a third goal. Like that Dyer header. They could, if Dyer scores that, I mean.
They had chances galore. Harry Kane missed a sitter header as well, I believe. Or was that the Dyer header actually?
Dyer missed the header.
What's the one that went on the crossbar? Who done that one?
That was Fowler, I think. Because
so it was Dyer who missed that open one.
I know Son as well. Do you remember when
Son put it wide? Exactly. And then he ended up scoring anyway.
Well. Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, people have been questioning Ten Hag's substitutions. Do you think the substitutions were wrong?
No, I think they were the right substitutions, because there's no other substitutions you can make. You think Fred's going to come on, you think he's going to bring that energy, you think he's going to be able to sort of control the midfield a little bit with Casemiro, because obviously Eriksen gives that bit more of attacking presence. Fred, you want him to sit a bit more deeper, sort of assess what's going on, and let Casemiro worry about the defensive side of things, and Fred can run after them players. And then, I mean, Weghorst, he just runs, doesn't he? Bless him, really. I mean, if we had Harry Kane as a Weghorst, I personally don't really want Harry Kane. I'd rather like someone like Osimhen. But if we had like a Harry Kane who can, like a Weghorst who can score as well as do the running back and defending, then perfect. But when you've got a striker who's just coming on just to save your defence, it's like.
What did you think of Martial and Fred?
Do you know, I've been a massive fan of Martial ever since he joined. Like, I mean, he started off really, really well. It's just the injury problem for him. It's like he can't get going. He'll do a little bit and then he'll get a setback. He'll come back, do a little bit, get a setback. And I think he's not for confidence. I think it's tough for a player, because when you're getting so many injuries, and I feel like in the back of his mind, he probably thinks his future might be in doubt as well. Because I mean, as much as players might not read the media, I mean, of course they'll look at it here and there, and I think the question marks are around him for. I mean, he went to Sevilla last season, so.
And it was terrible. What did you make of his performance tonight, though, when he came off the bench?
He should have done more. Like that's technically our main striker. Do you know what I mean? Like he's actually
supposed to make us a better team when he comes on.
He's got number 9 on his back. Like he should be performing like a number 9. He should be getting in better position. He should be showing a bit more. He should be giving and going and getting in some attacking position. I don't think he had a shot. No. I'm pretty sure.
No.
I mean, what time did he came on? 77th minute.
About that, yeah.
20 minutes, you don't have a shot, and we had chances. I mean, when they scored the second goal, it was like they just turned off. That's when we had a chance.
And then we tried to start to play then.
And it's like. That's when you need to give it to strike, because Anthony's good at that. And Anthony Martial's good at that give and go. He can good at hold up plays, turn, run into the box, and get a little tap in. But there was just nothing really from him to give it, and it was a shame.
Was it the same old thing in terms of this is another big away game, and again we failed to win.
Yeah,
it's only Fulham we've beat in the top half. How crazy is that?
That's a mad stat, considering. That is really mad, and I consider our home form's so good as well.
Home form, absolutely brilliant. That's the reason why we're even in this position, to be, fourth in the league. But, mentality-wise, away from home, it just will not shake. It will not go away.
It's strange because you think, because on our day sometimes we can have such amazing games. Like, look at the City game at home, for example, or we played poor in the first half, but games like that, it's like you think they're the exact same type of players.
Again, it's at home.
I know, it's just surely, but these Ten Hag brought these players in, like he brought in Martinez because he's that monster mentality. They call him the butcher because he's supposed to be ruthless. Casemiro, he's a born leader. You think these type of people should like take the game by the scruff of the neck and at the away grounds, because that's where it matters most. You know what I mean? They should be dominating these away games. It doesn't really matter with home or away. Like you should still be playing the football you can play at home at the away grounds. Like you said, Spurs were quiet today. Spurs weren't loud at all. It was like the game was there for the taking, and he just gave it up in the second half.
Do we carry on with Luke Shaw and Lindelof, as centre backs and keep that back line as it is, or would you try and make some changes?
I mean, the only change is Maguire, and I'm better than Maguire centre back at the moment in time. So, yeah, do you know what? I like Luke Shaw left centre back.
Luke Shaw was phenomenal first half, man.
He's had so many when he's played left centre back, and he said it. I think he said it in an interview the other day. He actually really likes playing left centre back. Yeah. And he's good there. With Lindelof, I've always said, I don't know why we've never given Lindelof a chance. When we were playing Lindelof and Maguire, it was always Maguire that was the bad one. It was never really Lindelof that was making the horrible mistakes like Maguire was. Lindelof's earned his place to actually. He deserves a chance. You know what I mean? And when he does play, he plays well. I mean, I think Ten Hag said the other day that I can't remember. It's like he's got the mentality. He wants to win, and he's hungry for it. So you kind of got to give those players a chance, and they kind of deserve it.
And lastly, will we be all right for top 4?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we've got what 6 games?
I don't even know how many
5
games
left. I think.
Yeah.
Well, no, we've got 2 games. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
With the World Cup and it's just changed everything. I think we'll be all right. I mean, I think the toughest game we've got is
Brighton away this time next week.
Or Chelsea away. You never know with that because that could
Chelsea home we've got.
Is it Chelsea home?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Chelsea. Yeah, true. You want to? Yeah, Chelsea home. I think probably the toughest game on paper. But yeah, Brighton at the moment.
I think Brighton at home. Brighton away is the toughest game on paper.
Yeah, especially how we played in the
and that's this time next week. It's tough. It's Villa at home next, tough. Yeah. Then Brighton away. We've got to start getting some points.
Do you know what I think? I kind of wish we were still in the Europa League because I feel like we were doing better with the games every 3 days. I feel like us having too much of a break in between is going to throw us off some sort of form. But I feel like top 4 is solidified. Really, I mean, I think we got. How many 2 more points? How many points is it? A couple more, like not many.
Then who? What to get in the bag?
Get in top 4? Yeah, I think it's not many points.
It's just I'm just worried about Liverpool a little bit, just because they're going to keep winning. I think
the only thing with Liverpool, I think they've got a tougher run of games than us. So I feel like if we can just hold it down, I think we've also got more home games than them as well. So,
listen, bro, appreciate that, man. Nice one.
Always love,
Thanks for coming through, man.